Well, hello, wonderful people. My name's Kieran Siemens, and we're back in my little inky world, where today we have done a beautiful signed book, and I might do another one later on today because I love it. This is now up on the auction. It's now up on eBay for all those people that want to help grow this funky doodler experience. So I've got a few more pieces of paper and we're going to do a few more drawings tonight. So you want to join us? Let's go. So here we are again, back on the drawing table. And we are going to get we're going to get straight into it. We're going to get straight into drawing number 11 for the auction. So number 11. And I'm really enjoying the whole process. I really feel it's very, very beautiful. So we're going to start off with a very big number 11. Like that. Let's make that the same. And we can bring that into the corner there. Which I think is lovely. And we can corner that off in a minute. So, so far, so good with the auction. It's only been the first day really, but it is very, very interesting. It's very interesting to see how everybody's viewing it. Obviously, it's nice to see that there's a lot of people that are interested there. It's great. It's very exciting, actually, to see that there is that interest. It's very difficult to know what to think. When you're in a situation where you're kind of doing something that you've never done before, it's kind of scary. It is very scary to put it into those type of words. Yes, it is very scary. Because quite honestly, you don't know how people are going to react. You don't know if people are going to go crazy and bid for £1 million, or you think people will just kind of walk past it, as we all do. We all do in our social media. We do kind of see something that comes up and we kind of walk past it. We kind of thumb past it. Next. So very, very, very scary to know what's going to happen with the whole thing. I'm doing these little drawings in here at the moment, and I did the book earlier. I did the somebody asked if I could do an illustration in a book, and I thought, what a beautiful idea. Why didn't I think of that before? And I think it works out very, very nice. I'm very, very, very pleased with it. And I hope you are too. So somebody's going to be very lucky to win the book. And I'm hoping to try and attempt to do another one. It's a very different paper. It's a very unusual texture. It's quite kind of slippery almost. The nib is kind of like sliding around all over the place. So It is quite an odd thing to do. I need to check on this camera because this camera is very low on batteries at the moment. And I don't want to run out in mid flow. So this is my frizzy haired lady. And I'm going to make her lots of spots. I'm going to give her lots of spots across her dress. And I don't think I'm going to give her any arms. Maybe she's like a mermaid or something, you know. Wouldn't that be fun? I was told today that I need to look at the camera more. I thought I kind of looked at the camera too much, but maybe I can do it like a husband and wife, couldn't I? This is the husband. That might be quite fun. Doing his nostrils. I love the way the ink falls. I really have this addiction almost to the way that the ink sounds, the way the nib kind of crackles across the page, you know. It gives it a beautiful kind of, in the same way that somebody is carving something out of wood, or somebody is carving something out of stone. You've kind of got that hacking away type of sound, and I feel sometimes that's kind of like the nib is somehow kind of scratching into the soul of the paper to find what is hiding in the paper. And that is a very beautiful idea, that you're somehow finding what is hidden in the paper, that you're not actually drawing it, that you're just kind of unearthing it. And that's a beautiful kind of image to kind of paint across. Now the ink has fallen there to give me a suggestion of where his eyeball is actually going to be. And I'm going to follow that. Just give him a little bit of a wonky eye in this side. We like wonky eyes, don't we? We do like a good wonky eye. And that's his mouth coming around there, giving us a nice kind of wide mouth appearance. I like that. And I like the idea of it's kind of like a Mr. and Mrs. type of thing. Mr. and Mrs. Well, it could almost be like they're worm people because they don't actually have any arms. Let's get in there and give them a nice tie. He's obviously a working man. Works in an office. And he has a matching spotty tie to match his wife's dress. I'll put my name down here at the bottom. And I'll put the badge maybe in the middle there. It's quite late here at the moment. Mr. Miro is fast asleep, of course. This time of night I should be asleep. So there we have a beautiful idea. And I'm going to try and bring that all the way down. Bring that all the way down. Framing in these little boxes inside the paper. Which is a very lovely idea, I think. I'm going to call it Mr. and Mrs. And that is Mrs. How are you doing tonight? Hopefully you're having a nice, relaxing day. So this is drawing 11. I had a lovely day with Mr. Miro. Walked in the park in the afternoon. Did a couple of videos to promote the auction. I'm going to do a little bit of a shading effect around him just to kind of make him stand out a little bit more. Since they don't have any arms, it's quite difficult to see quite where they are. Here we go. Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. is number 11 on the drawing chart, on the auction reveal. And there we have it. And I will move number 11 up there. And I'll get another one. It's quite a square one, this one. Number 12. Number 12. Some ink on my hand. I see at the moment the comments have been very quiet, but I think a lot of people are in their kind of Christmas shopping mode, I think. Right, what are we going to put on this one? The cat was very popular, wasn't it? Let's try another cat. Let's try and get in there and do a nice... The cat was very popular. Lots of people liked the cat one. And cats are always fun to draw. They've always got that kind of devilish side to them, which I love. You never really know what a cat's thinking Whereas I think dogs are kind of easy to read. I don't really think that cats are easy to read. I think cats can be quite suspicious. So when they see you, they've always got that kind of look. You're like, what are you up to? Oh, that's a lovely eyebrow. He's obviously being extremely suspicious. Let's give him some nice teeth. So this is number 12. Can't see the battery on this, but I'm hoping that it's going to. I hope it's going to stay alive. Lovely. What a lovely cat that is. I saw this ukulele today that somebody had made, and it was very strange. And because it was so bizarre, and basically nobody really wanted it. But because it was so bizarre, I desperately wanted it. So I have added a new ukulele to my growing collection of instruments that I love in my quiet time. I sit and play my instruments, and I love it. It's one of the pleasures of life is music. One of the great subjects is music. And I love all kinds of music and all sorts of music. I'll just kind of hear a tune, and it'll just kind of bubble away in my mind, you know. And I love it. So once I'm done with all of these, I will sit and learn something new. And it's good for you to learn something new. It's, you know, keeps your mind active, keeps your mind alive. And it's very important. Now, I can see sometimes the way that I draw kind of gives me ideas, and the way that I've drawn this kind of the cheeks and the chin give me the feeling that he has got a very large collar on, and it makes me think that I should. My brain is kind of talking to me, saying you should draw a collar, a very big collar, to show that he's kind of a dangerous beast. And I like that. I like that feeling. That somebody thinks he's a dangerous cat. And a lot of cats are dangerous, you know. They're so unpredictable. So let's give him a nice big thick collar. Across there. And this is number 12. Oh, what was that? Some kind of big fly. Do we have flies at this time of the year? Well, obviously. Obviously we do. And there is our And since I'm a very kind of silly, superstitious person, there will be no number after this one, but there will be a 14, if you know what I mean. I hope you understand what I mean. I don't know why I'm so superstitious. I've got so many strange... I don't like seeing magpies, and I don't like hats on beds and all those crazy things. And when people find out that I have this kind of very superstitious mind, usually they laugh at me, but it's quite serious for me. I have far too many, and I'm not really sure where they. I remember my grandfather was very superstitious, so maybe it's come from that side of the family. But I do have a lot of very crazy, silly thoughts. You know, I would not walk under a ladder, for example. I just wouldn't. I would rather cross the street than walk 2 miles down the road than walk under. I can hear you laughing already. But that's just me. It's just I'm a very silly, superstitious person. But each person is different, right? We all have our own crazy way to live our lives. So, and that's mine. No, that's one of mine. I've had many occasions where I've got onto an aeroplane or a bus and my number is 1-3 and I refuse to sit on it, and I've begged people to swap seats with me. And usually people are after a giggle, they're very understanding. So and I remember when I was having the windows fixed in my house, and the workman called up and said, "Oh, I can do it on the 13th." And I was like, no. And he was like, "But I'm squeezing you in. I'm giving you a great deal here." It's like, I think it was like last year before Christmas or something like that, you know. And I was just like, "Nope, no, I can do the 12th and I can do the 14th. In fact, I can do any other day of the year." But, and he basically laughed at me and went away and called me back and said, "Okay, we can do the 12th." So there you go. There's another thing that you know about me. I'm a suspicious person, or superstitious person, I should say. Very superstitious, ridiculously so. And I'm okay if you're at this very moment in time, if you're laughing and calling me silly. I'm okay with that. And there you have another drawing, and I'm not really going to do another one because I do feel that the camera is going to run out of power. So I will do these two for you, and I will post these up, which is 11 and 12, and the next video will be 14 14 and 15, and they're slightly bigger than these two. So that will be the cat and Mr. and Mrs. and obviously the book signing also, which I think is quite lovely. I do like the book one. It's a very nice idea. It's like I'll do 3 or something like that, just to kind of keep it alive. It was a nice idea. And obviously not everybody wants a book, or some people hopefully have already bought the book, so they wouldn't want another one. But I've seen some American guy on there who's selling the books for like 30 odd pounds plus like 40 pounds postage or something like that. So I'm hoping this will be a great deal when you see mine is up there. I think it's 35 pounds, I think, at the moment, something like that. And that will be a fantastic deal. A signed book instead of a non-signed book for more money. Pretty good. That's a good deal in my mind. So here you have two. Oh, just put my finger in that one. There you go. It's an extra thumbprint on on the edge of that for extra authentic. There you are. And that is a really cool little cat. I'm quite pleased with that. So that is our 2 drawings for now. This is the 2 drawings that we are doing for today. This will be 11 and 12. And there he is. Ooh, there you go. That is the cat with the huge collar. And this lovely one here is Mr. and Mrs., which I also think is quite delightful. And the ink is leaking all over the place, all down my fingers. So there you are. There you have the two drawings for today, or tonight. I should say it's tonight. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you very much for supporting this idea. It's a real pleasure for knowing that you're there and knowing that you're willing to support this idea and this venture, and I hope it's going to make a lot of people very, very happy. And I will do 14 and 15 tomorrow, and I will do another book signing tomorrow, or maybe 2. We'll see. I'm trying to think of maybe putting like 3 of the signed books up. But it's kind of difficult to know what kind of feedback I'm going to get. I'm hoping you send me some comments and tell me what you're thinking and what you're feeling. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you want a book, there's lots of books on Amazon. And if you've got the shop, there's the shop. And if you want to send me a little tip for tonight's drawing, you can put it in the tip jar at the top of my YouTube page. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.